Imagine what the UE putting them do, which is put Vaseline upon them
Oh my.
them lens for hide them cheating while them do them tests online. Imagine a picture I come out like that, you pay 12 of that. Out of what girls?
Yo, you serious?
Dead serious. Me laugh of time to scam. Hello everybody and welcome back to FiwiFewCents, the show where we try to figure out if photographers are still necessary and what's going on with these high prices, right? And here to talk about it with me is a young, probably Jamaica's most, what's the word I'm going for? I had something but I forgot it between the prep and now. My favorite, here we go, my favorite upcoming photographer, Demario Hinds.
Blessings on
Welcome to FiwiFewCents. All right, but before we get into the intro, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You know how it goes already. Just do that for me. If I even one friend, send it to one friend. I'm a good.
Yeah, man. Do, man.
Much respect. All right, so an intro for Hind. May I go with Hinds?
Yeah.
All right, because I hit the point your
everybody call me Hinds.
Yeah, man. So a quick intro for Hinds so you guys get a feel of who he is. I'm going to list two sets of two things and you make what you will of it. So, set number one. He's a KC alum and he's a resident of Portmore. Do with that what you wish. To a lot of people, those are two red flags.
Yeah, nobody like KC.
Yeah, brother.
I don't know why.
Uno never.
We are the best though, but.
And then you wonder why anybody like KC. All right. So, as I mentioned earlier, he has one of my favorite photographic aesthetics in the island. Like most people, like myself, go with just like, plain natural colors, stuff like that type of photos. But I like his aesthetic, genuinely. And lastly, he's an aspiring cinematographer. We need a couple more of those in Jamaica.
Which is right,
Yeah, man. So welcome, Hinds, to FiwiFewCents.
This is it. Again,
This is my humble abode. Yeah. All right. So usually we have a couple of this or that's. Where we ask you, we give you some options, and you pick which one you're keeping, and which one is going to go away forever.
Sure. Yeah, forever.
Forever. You can't do that one this week and then next week the one they come back. One for the rest. Yeah. All right. So, if you weren't a Canon shooter, much respect for that, by the way, would you go Sony or Fuji?
As long as I'm a Nikon.
but pick, yeah, me that go put Nikon in, but would I say anything other than Nikon that you'd pick? I could remember, Panasonic. I could have put Panasonic versus Nikon. But we work with this, Sony or Fuji.
I definitely pick Sony because I have a lot of Sony shooters as friends. So I'm influenced sometimes by that. But
yeah, would I probably go
Sony,
definitely. Too, yeah. Apple or Windows?
Windows for sure.
See?
Yeah.
Film or digital?
Bro, you really like
me know the answer to this already, but the viewers would probably like to know.
Alright, so is that either or type of thing?
Yeah. But in this case, I don't want between now and whenever you retire from photography. That's just how we do it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry actually. But that's just how we do it.
I definitely choose film for sure.
Okay, brave. That we are gonna use 5 in this scenario. That one there. But much respect for that. Digital for me. Tech baby. Can't take the none of that. All right, so here we go again. Two more. 16 mil or 200 mil. And this is not money for the average viewers. 16 millimeter lenses or 200 millimeter lenses. I realize I have to clarify. Yeah. If it was money though, I mean, it's kind of obvious which one you're going.
Well, I mean,
lens.
I definitely shoot wide a lot, so it would definitely be the 16.
Okay.
Prime, right? Yeah, for sure.
216.
Yeah.
200.
No.
No way, man.
No.
What me I do with that big wide something there? It no matter. The picture, the wide, the wide is not for me. But as I say, still, I know say I probably that either go with. All right. So for the rest of your life, you only can shoot one out of these two things: wildlife or portraits.
Portraits, most definitely, bro. Now come out of my comfort zone.
Yes, but you have so much. Well, good for you. Me would I choose wildlife because just the variety. Even one day I'm over you take and see one yellow cockroach, I post it on my Instagram and Twitter. You see the thing why like it force me to say that.
For me, still,
Versus I could just see all these faces everywhere. Just so face.
I mean, different faces tell different stories. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
how many? How many?
You can't get used to faces.
I
Trust me.
can.
All right.
There's a reason why I'm not like go for school. I'm used to the faces.
Jaja.
Yeah, man. But still all right. So I eat that now. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we want to talk about, so the viewers can understand a little bit more about the background and thing, is your history when it relates to photography. And even though it might not be history to some people, it's like several eons ago, but history
is right,
overall,
you
just
know?
from whenever you start to this point, like what that just quick tell me about that real quick.
I recall I started literally in 2016. That was fourth form at Kingston College. Big up Casey again. And
I just might cut out all of that just for the sake, but the thing still.
it was literally just like the foundation of like flora and fauna, like taking pictures of plants and stuff. And then I developed a habit which turned into a passion, you understand, and did research, got equipment, and then started applying the knowledge basically. So that's basically the foundation of how I started.
So what is it that and you can go check out him Instagram. That is, gives reference to what I'm about to say. Plug your Instagram real quick so they know if you go.
Oh, Instagram Hinds. That's all caps HIND $.
All right. So what is it that inspired that type of pictures? Because just it is so let me not say far removed. I think so. Me see foreign photographers do all the time. Whether it be Australian, American, Canadian, them have a certain aesthetic what them work with. But out here, most of what I've seen, some of them I see now barely I kind of get them own look. But you already have a look where most photographers still a search for. Like when you hear about a Hind's picture, you know, say, oh,
This is
yeah. So like, what inspired that?
I think it has a lot to do with the type of music I listen to, specifically 90s hip hop. A lot of references. I'm influenced by that type of music or the genre itself, and also you of all persons know the 90s films like John Singleton, Spike Lee, stuff like that influenced me, and like it's outside of the box for me. Understand?
It is, yeah.
So yeah, as we were saying, bro.
So photography for me, because I do photography for those who don't know, photography for me isn't about love. I can do it. I like doing it. I'm good at it. It pays, but I don't love it. That is right there is where I don't count that one. I don't love photography. I like doing it. I enjoy doing photography. I take really good pictures, not to toot my own horn, but I don't love it. But then when I see somebody else, you for example, I'm gonna tell you what they when we did talk a couple of weeks ago, say if you see somebody who truly love the craft is something I have to acknowledge and comment and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I believe it has a lot to do with, as I said, I started from the foundation. So like the habit turned into a passion, you understand? Because like from making mistakes as a beginner, you learn what not to do and you use that as a stepping stool going forward. You get what I'm saying? So that's my philosophy really, as it relates to photography, hence the love that I have for it.
Yeah, it's a learning process. Like I feel like even if you're in the photography game for let's say 10 years, you probably still make one mistake where you just not know about.
Sometimes I overexpose. And underexpose.
One little thing because there is so many ways to go about. But then again, art is subjective.
Truly.
So to we might be a flaw or a mistake, and to them it's like the best thing since sliced bread.
Which is right.
But a while ago I said 10 years, which to most will seem like an overstatement. But some people actually do photography as like a full-time job.
Yeah, definitely like a career per se.
Yeah. But you know think it one it tricky, two it risky, but then again ignore number two for now. We come back to that. One it tricky, two it's risky, three it is becoming. I don't know if it is yet, which is probably one of the reasons why may gravitate towards you so much, oversaturated.
I mean, going back to the point of photography being subjective, the thing is, in our country, Jamaica, in the market, like, people don't really respect the creative aspect of photography as much. So in order for it to be appreciated, you have to do more than one thing. You get me, I say? So, like how you do photography and shoot as well. Stuff
Shoot
like that.
cameras.
Oh no, shoot videos, okay? Like things like that people appreciate more per se. But doing it
the
alone,
jack of all trades thing
exactly.
is what I'm
But looking at it as a career by itself in this country is rather difficult. You understand? So you have to have something as well to occupy it.
Yeah. So in Jamaica, if you want to do photography, start well. Unfortunately, but you know there are those who break out and actually do it full time. Start thinking of it as like a part-time gig.
Yeah, more so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part time.
So if you think of it that way, then when you only do like probably 4 or 5 shoots per month, and let's say I did like a one-person portrait where you charge like maybe a 8 or 12 grand, depending on how you price your thing.
Yeah.
Which want talk about that as well. You do four 12s out like what, 48? $48,000 for the month. To most people, that does not more than buy
Yeah,
gas for go down
because
the road.
bro, it's
So you
Jamaica.
need something else, yeah.
Yeah.
So you need, if you not have like a studio where you know, so you definitely gonna have at
Like
least
you have clients back to
10
back.
people are coming a day, forgetting I have
Definitely.
some high-end clients who gonna call you and say, come shoot a product here for like a quick 200,000. If you don't have that, get
And
another
in a
job.
sense, I kind of think that's an issue too, because like, imagine like micromanagement in photography kind of takes away like the creative part out of it.
It does, you know, but remember say the how most
It's a
people
either
think
or
about
situation.
yeah. You pick a side. If you try to bounce back and forth between them, one is like a Mali, and two,
Truly.
you put
I'm a
yourself in a
victim
more
of that.
problem. Yeah, you put yourself in a more problems than you have the means to fix.
True.
So if you're doing it for the like and the business purposes, like myself, get another well, it might help because if you're thinking about it that way, but if you love it, if you love it, like Hinds, he would have to tell you what to do. Me tell you what me I do from my side already, which is I have another part time, something to balance it out, because like I said, it's oversaturated. And the reason why I even brought that up is because I am genuinely suffering in quotes in my photography exploits from the fact that the field is so oversaturated. And not only that, but there is the whole upgrading technology as well. So this I take pictures to some people. To some people when I know better. These are taking pictures equal to my Canon, or to your brethren them Sony, or to one Nikon shooter out there where have a decent camera.
But he's going to edit that out.
Am I? Poor Nikon shooter. I'm like, why you do that to yourself though? But I mean, it's alright. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, it's a bit difficult maneuvering, surviving as a photographer. I do it part-time and I find it difficult.
It is.
For somebody like you who genuinely loves it, I can imagine that it's a bit of a struggle.
I mean, it is, because like there are a lot of factors in thinking about how I should go about a shoot. For one, frankly, resources, locations. I mean, if I was supposed to speak on how I go about shooting, like, as I said previously, it's outside of the box. So like location scouting, even that factor is quite difficult for me. You understand? So it's a lot of work, but I get it done regardless. So yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about
Mm.
is what we did say about the phones. So for the people out there with them Galaxy Note 20s and them iPhone 16 Pro Max Alpha Sigma Delta very whatever, I take them which like we cannot even play it down. They are taking extremely good pictures,
Yeah, quality is
and
up there.
those people are arguing that them no need we because them phone can
Wow,
do what we are do or even
crazy.
better. So what you have to say about that or to them people are
Well, I
overall.
mean, if I'm shooting an ad and someone wants to use an iPhone 13 instead of a red camera, I'm not sure what I would say about that at all. Think about it, Kmanii. Think about
Unless
it.
all right. Unless it's gimmicks or unless it's a social experiment or
Exactly.
something. No. But then
But
again no, you can't tell. Well, depends. If because a lot of people equate size to quality.
exactly.
So if a corporate company Lincoln's all right come do a shoot for me, a company shoot, a shoot everybody where we're going to be taking photographs of all our employees, the facilities, the products. The whole spread is up to you. You have to take care of the whole spread.
Yeah.
And then you rock up with your iPhone 13 Pro Max, whatnot.
I don't know.
And wait, you think they're gonna look for you and say, "Oh yeah, man, all right, come right
Sure,
in."
let's
They're
go.
go,
Deposit ready.
they're gonna look for you and say, sorry, you might have the wrong place. I don't think this is where
Yeah.
you should be. You somewhere down the road." But me no want to say that and then not
Yeah, you have to
actually
look at it
admit
on
said
both
the fact say,
sides.
yeah, they're
The quality
genuinely
is good, but
Yeah.
it's art. In my case, it's synonymous with shooting digital and film in a sense, because only film they can get the film look. You understand what I'm saying? Only digital they can get the digital look. But what I'm seeing people trying to do is trying to replicate the film look. You understand? But they can only get the genuine film look from film
A
itself.
genuine film, yeah.
You understand? So using an iPhone 13 to shoot a commercial or shoot any type of video for that sort. I mean, the quality might be there, but the aesthetic or look that you're going for would definitely be in a better camera per se. You understand?
Yeah.
Hence why I use the analogy. Why would you use a 13 to shoot a commercial when you have a red camera? You understand? So that's my two pieces.
Yeah, man, it makes sense. It makes sense. And then not only that, but there is think about the creativeness that you'd get out of setting up the
Creative.
iPhone. That you'd get out of setting up the iPhone and taking a couple of steps back and then it count down. Ting, 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 and then take a picture.
That
That's it.
iPhone must be rigged up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There is no creative process behind that. Versus a photographer is behind it. What there was a thing I watched. I think it was a documentary about Google. It must have been. Don't remember the name, but one of the guys in it said we should think about these devices as tools, right? The minute it can do stuff by itself, a tool is defined by the person who uses it
Who
or something like
uses
that.
it?
If it can do stuff by itself without somebody actually holding it, it is no longer a tool.
Yeah,
You get me?
because I mean, an artist who has a paintbrush is just an artist with a paintbrush. You understand? It's just the creativity behind that artist to actually put in the work and create a piece. You understand? So if the paintbrush is even by itself, it's not necessarily of use.
Not good.
You understand?
Right. So we're now gonna set up on a nice iPhone 13. I'm just gonna take some dry pictures.
Jaja.
I mean, unless you go you trip them and you say, I'm just snap some pics and bruh. But then when you're ready for like the good,
Yeah, you know the bring a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring a camera.
I want to tell you, we're supposed to go on a trip soon.
Yeah.
And me tell you, my first camera did mash up.
Yeah, I remember that.
So them know say I didn't have a high-end camera, but through some of them are my closest siblings and brethren them say, yo, new camera reach studio up again and thing. And them say, yeah man. And then when them set the plans for the trip, they must say, oh dog, so now go fresh up dog. Both of him camera in the dog, we go fresh, just bring camera dog, bring camera and in my made man say, yeah man.
Yeah, sure. We'll see.
Yeah man, do you think? Bring a camera come now, bring a camera come. You know, have camera, come on, no camera. No, sorry, no. But go take it on your iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Which is right, you know?
Whatnot. Yeah.
If you can afford it, get it.
That too.
Exactly, bro.
Alright, so now we want to work out, because even me have a hard time with this. Some photographers cool with it, some photographers considerate with it. Some just have a standard what them run with. The pricing.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know why that's such a sensitive topic, because like we're adults.
Sensitive in what way? As in the client them where you give them a price and then them up skip and jump around it.
That's one.
Are sensitive in the way where nobody really like talk about money type thing.
Like nobody don't like talk about money, but we use money. You understand? Like people are trying to shield from the topic. Like you understand? But in my opinion, I think
which is how most things are priced.
Yeah.
In the photographer's opinion. In my opinion, my work is worth $25,000 basically.
Yeah, it comes down to, I believe, worth, and that is subjective as well. You understand? So in my opinion, if you have a standard and you're capable of showing that standard or worth to a potential client and you want to put a figure on it, then it's up to you. Understand?
Yeah.
But I believe there are different factors into pricing as well, because what I was taught is either you do it via budget or a flat rate. Understand? So you can either give them a flat rate, which would probably cover everything.
Not probably, it should. If you give them a flat rate, the flat rate's supposed to cover everything.
And the budget would be kind of subjective in a sense if you want different resources to utilize per shoot. You understand? So as long as you as a creative comfortable with what you're charging, nothing is wrong with that. You understand?
But then now, comfortable with what you're charging, but then you have to also remember I know we talk about surviving if you're doing it as a full time.
Yeah,
so true. Now you are gonna go. Let's go with the minimum. This is I've asked around, and this is what is most people's minimum. $8,000 is most people's minimum for a standard portrait session. $8,000. If you call me, you tell me that you want to do the standard portrait, and I say to you, it's $8,000, and you have a problem with that, and said that is the minimum. That is the average across the board, $8,000, and you have a problem with that. You go cut, right?
It's too high.
Yeah, to some people. No, genuinely.
Yeah, I understand.
You tell a man $8,000, you start scratching your inside. I mean, like, brother,
that's the minimum.
Minimum at 12, minimum at 15. There is the range. I give you what is the average minimum, which is $8,000. That is the average minimum. And you scratch your head side and feel some type of way. And then usually when like, cause one of my other photographer brethren, when him get like super defensive over him pricing and the client's behavior, he would have say, yeah man, just go and find one of my brother them when I come and say when I go picture man, call them picture man.
Talk, yeah. We talk, you know that go.
Go find one, go down a waterfront, go get one of the brethren to charge 4 bills. Cause if they alright. So I could go through it. The camera body there costs $1,200.
Yeah.
The lens, $400 and something $. The rig, we don't have to talk about rig, because the rig is necessary for photography.
Yeah.
The speed light them, $200 each. The trigger, like $70 something. The memory card, $100 US. All of this is in US, but I'm not even specify. All of this is in US, by the way. Expenses, traveling to you if may I travel, battery, the battery them for the speed light, if it not have battery on it, plug it yet. All of this, for you go tell me say $8,000 is too much.
It has a lot to do with the nature of probably Jamaican people. because frankly, Jamaican people love cheapness. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
However, persons don't understand the work and the effort putting into investing
The
these.
real work and the real effort.
Oh
No,
my
no,
days,
that
bro.
that is what them don't know about.
Yeah.
And everybody are gonna say, oh yeah man, Mr. Say you have it and thing, we know you go, you put in your work, you buy it and thing. But when you hear the but now at that time
but
there,
yeah, everything just got downhill.
yeah man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's not really appreciated as much. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And like the general public genuinely don't understand the process and such. Hence why it's so underappreciated. But there comes a point where, as I said, if you have a worth or a standard, you just stand by it.
Imagine for the people who don't, it's imagine the people who move them just take up for not really just them I get into the groove of photography and them set them base at $8,000 and tell a client say, yo, $8,000. Them know say this are probably them third or fourth for client for the month. The month are done. Right? The month are done, money low, and you have you know you're glad for little one client. Most people, not most, some photographers now would a crack and say, all right, give me six. Give me six, I'm gonna take care of it for you. Because what? Them not have the means for say, all right, at eight,
Yeah,
brother.
I mean, I understand that. I understand because everybody's situation different, frankly. You get me I say? In some cases, it goes back to subjectivity. You have to use your discretion. You have to think about if this project is worth the time and the effort. And like you don't want to go overboard when you're negotiating. You understand? You don't necessarily negotiate on the first price. You understand? So if it's a case where you have your standard rate at 8K and they bring it down to 5, 6, you can't just say yes and just go through like that. You have to negotiate and probably bring it up to your level.
Can I basically tell them say you're probably
on.
just at the tactic where them use downtown, them say $1,000 for that shoes here.
Yeah.
I say man I have $1,000 and I say, hey man, we take it, man, we take it.
Yeah,
the
man.
price for the something are probably like $4 bills.
Exactly.
So and then I'm glad I said that too because some photographers I mean know one was my bridging one time, one of my photographer bridging. We have the habit, not even the habit, the practice of telling clients, let's say 15. And him know say film price is not 15.
Yeah.
But him tell him 15 and them do one or two things. Him have a 50-50 chance. Either them cut immediately or them ball it down. Well, ignoring the third, which is the one with this is the one with them accept the 15 and just run with it. Which means him just make a fat profit because them not question the price there.
Yeah.
So there's that as well. So just ignoring that one there. So it's either them leave or them ball it down. If him say, alright, you know what? Since you seem like a nice person and you look like, you're a consistent client, make it for 12. And in price are probably 8, like the number I'm gonna use, right?
Yeah.
So him got another $4,000 profit. And somebody who feels say him willing to bring down the price to make you get your picture. You get what I say? So that is probably one of the reasons why most people, when you quote them a price, them are like, that not sound like legit price. Yeah, try to rob me type thing. Because some photographers genuinely out here are rob people.
Yeah.
One of my brethren linked me and say him hire one photographer to take some picture of him girl.
Yeah.
I'm say, oh, you have to choose me say how much you pay. Him say $12,000. I say when? Him say last year blah blah blah. Him that try reach me and get through me not address it all.
Yeah.
I say yeah man brethren, yeah man, really excuse them. Go on through. So I say, but at least me see the picture.
Yeah. If the standard match up, like I don't even know.
You think the standard match?
I would not know.
This brother, imagine.
I'm not shooting on digital for less than 10, bro. So you can imagine.
Imagine. What would I say now? Imagine what the UV putting them do, which is put Vaseline upon them lens for hide them cheating while they do them test online. Imagine a picture I come out like that, you pay $12,000 for that. Out of what girl?
Yo, you serious?
Dead serious. Me laugh of time to scan. me probably can go look for your picture and show you when we're done. But me say me laugh. Him say when him get the picture, him realize him say him when I know nothing about photography, no say them they never work the money.
Jalo.
Me couldn't do nothing more laugh. Next time hire me. You know better now still.
Yeah.
But it's sad, it's a 12 grand gone
If
and
you
me
watch
drain, but
this,
next time.
I am next time.
Next time, give me the call. It worth your money.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that is something, but there is no way to actually fix it because my pricing, my creativity, my art, it's all
And
subjective.
your worth.
Yeah,
That's very important.
It's all subjective.
Yeah.
So even though would I prefer to eliminate the people who are overpricing, overpriced and the quality is subpar. Would I attempt to take care of that, but as I said, I don't really love photography and my thing. I only do it because
You
it
can do
falls
it
into
and
my
make
studio.
money. Yeah.
But for somebody like who genuinely love the craft, and then people set a bad precedent for all photographers locally. Like
I understand what you're saying now. It's like a one bad apple spoil a whole bunch type of thing. You understand?
Genuinely, cause them just want one bad experience with a photographer, and you hear
oh
say,
my days, bro.
photographer this, photographer that, yeah,
like
so
a whole generalization. I think in order to do that, you have to. I mean, a lot of people say it a lot, and I think it's kind of cliche, but you genuinely need to find your own style and be different, and any client will appreciate you for that, and your price accordingly. It wouldn't necessarily be robbing because you have a standard and an aesthetic working with, and they appreciate that, and they know what they're being delivered. You understand? So I think that's the way you can go about it.
yeah, man. And the other thing is, I was told this recently because I was talking to somebody about it, and the person said, don't overthink the process. In the creative field, just produce the content. In this case, being photos. Just take the picture there. Just take the picture there. If you will eventually find your people, your group, your niche is the word people are using often. But just take the picture them. Don't. And I am guilty of this as well. Before I got into it, I used to always say, "Oh, more good camera. Oh, more good lens. Oh, this
gear is not important."
But
I mean, for me,
gear
I'm
is not
rational.
important for the start.
Yeah, for the
But
start.
when you get to a certain point,
yeah,
gear is important.
You can't be shooting on an iPhone 13 doing landscape or portrait sessions. But for me, still, I think it has a lot to do with more so, what would I say, understanding why you're doing what you're doing, you understand? And possibly the technical aspects come after regarding the gear. So understanding how to light or a composition in order to tell a story of the picture that you're taking, I think that's really important beforehand of the gear and such.
And one other thing beforehand, just before we close after this. One of the things I want to mention is learn composition and framing and all them things, so you can have an idea of which composition you like, which one tells which story, whatever. The next thing is, this one is more grounded. Learn how to talk to people.
Yeah. Communication.
Yeah.
Truly.
Cause one, some photographers don't know to express what them want the scene or whatever. Two, them don't know how to communicate personally, and three, some of them disrespectful.
Yeah, I see that a lot in the industry.
So people out here genuinely think that photographers are some rank youth or woman, or just I don't know. So I'm very well
can I
mannered.
add something?
Yeah, man.
In order to be a better photographer, you need to practice visual exercising. It goes back to you saying to learn about composition. So training your creative eye per se, understand, learn how to see everything from a photographer perspective. You understand, like rule of thirds, composition, and all that stuff.
But just really quick, I think that is something you can 100% learn. I feel like that is more like a practice thing.
Yeah, you have to practice.
Because if you take a picture a day following the rule of thirds thing, by next month, we just a walk and everywhere
everything
you look, spot something for a rule of thirds. So it's a matter of just looking at it alone, not really gonna help. Just take the picture them and look back. But it all goes back to just take the
Practicing,
pictures.
yeah.
Yeah, practice by taking the pictures. So just get, if I even once a day, get up and take a picture. Post it on your status. Type a little something. It no matter. You will find who you look for. Right there, I think is a good spot for wrap it up.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
So plug your things real quick.
Alright, hit me up on Instagram, all caps, HIND $. That's Hinds. And it's the same on Twitter. And that's about it.
Yeah, man. All right. So thanks
Yeah,
again
man,
for coming
blessings.
on and thing, and making the people them know what going on the space, cause so them just need to know them have an insight on what really going on. So big up on yourself. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you did, if you didn't, do it and then replay the thanks. You're welcome. And then just come back next week. We're here every week. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe again. I've said again, subscribe. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys next week. Take care.